Welcome back to another episode of Bourbon and Ash. Today we're going to go to the desert. The high desert.
The high desert.
Las Vegas, Nevada. Actually, the distilling company here is H&C. They produce the Smoke Wagon, small batch. You can find this in most stores. It's obviously here in Kansas. They are a high rye. They source all their liquid from MGP. Actually, they were just bought out in, I believe, 2022 by MGP.
Oh.
So now they're in partnership. This one in particular, Nicole, is going to be probably on the spicier. It is a high rye. Do you know what the mash bill is by any chance?
Mm-mm.
No, Trisha?
Well, I remember there's 36% rye. So.
Yeah, so it's actually 60% corn, 36% rye, and 4% the malted barley.
Yes.
MSRP comes in right around $59.99.
$59.99.
I've personally never had this. I was actually gifted this by my Uncle Fred. Uncle, if you're watching, we appreciate it. I have not popped it open.
I was there.
You were there. We are waiting to review it and drink it as a collateral group here to see what kind of flavors it produces. This was actually a teamster. The two gentlemen who founded the company, they were in the bar business.
Okay.
And they, one day in California, actually, nonetheless, decided, let's move to Vegas and let's start producing our own juice. And they did. And actually, they've won a lot of double gold awards in some prestigious different contests.
Tastings.
They've won double gold, I think, in 22, 23, and 24 for their small batch and for their regular bourbon.
Does it smell like poker chips?
It does not. So, I don't know if you've had an opportunity to see this in your guys' local liquor store. It's a fantastic, ornate bottle. The only downside, in my opinion, is you can't really see the juice. So you don't see the color ultimately. But a lot of distilleries are going to some sort of darker or non-opaque bottle, which, and I'm a little bit more old school, so I kind of want to see the level of darkness in my bourbon. But the ornateness of this bottle is beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. So if you look at it, there's a bunch of vines and a bunch of flowers. That's actually the state flower of Nevada is what that's producing. And of course, I don't know if you've seen, they have a gold label. They produce a really high volume vodka, which is, they have like a silver dollar.
Oh, okay.
The state of Nevada's silver dollar.
Yeah.
Actually, it's Las Vegas. And this one in particular has the two guns, which, pop quiz, anybody know what the
Billy the Kid?
The two guns actually
Doc Holliday?
resemble?
No.
Two guns resemble?
What are the two guns? What are they?
Represent. What's the representation? So you want to know what those two guns are for? If I had to guess, is it the Wells Fargo old Pony Express, maybe?
Wow.
Huh?
You done your research?
No, I did not.
No, it's not.
I knew it.
Okay, so.
Is it military based?
No.
No?
Trisha, you already guessed. All right, no.
I think it's the Wild Wild West gun.
Okay, so yes and no. They actually resemble the two oldest revolvers in the United States military. They actually had a name for them in 1757. They were called the Smoke Wagons of the Wild West. All right, so another pop quiz real quick.
Yeah.
What?
There is a Latin phrase underneath it. Does anybody here speak Latin?
No.
Yes.
You do? Okay. Well, you can read that.
I don't know if I could read it.
I can barely see it.
Let's see. It says, Vivamos, shall we live? We shall live. Mortidom
Vivamus morienum est.
est.
You had the first word.
Yeah.
Something about living and something about dying.
Drink,
Drink,
for we shall die.
for we shall die.
Yeah. Cool little logo. Anyway, not to
Super
get off
cool.
track. So yeah.
Super
Why don't
cool.
you do us the honor of pouring those?
What's the HC, sir?
HC is the name of the distilling company. I'm not sure. I think they're after the owners. Their names begin with H and C, and I don't know them. I just know that that's the beginning of their names, the first 2 letters of their names.
And apparently this is a mix or a blend of vintage mash bills.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Hey, if you guys are liking our content, remember, hit that like and that subscribe and share our content. Leave comments. It really helps with the algorithms. Leave some feedback. If you guys have had Smoke Wagons or any of the H&C Distilling bourbons or ryes, let us know what you think. I've heard great reviews. Like I said, you can't go wrong when they're winning double gold at a lot of competitions. All right, this is to you guys. We appreciate you taking the time to watch this video.
Para Dios, tu familia y tus amigos.
Salud.
Ooh. It's nice. Subtle. It's sweet. The color is nice. I mean, it's got a bright amber color. It does have some oil. I wouldn't say crazy oil, but it does have some. Let me see.
That's surprising. It's 39,
36.
36 rye.
I was expecting a little bit more spice. I'm not getting that. Are you?
And I
You're
thought
the
it would be
spice girl.
spicy. I know, I thought it would be a lot spicier.
Spice girl.
Yeah. You're spice.
The Spice Girl.
Spice girl.
Interesting. Yeah, I
This
was
is
thinking it was gonna like be a lot of
It's
warmth
actually
and
very,
spice.
very sweet.
It is smooth.
And
Yeah, it
it's
is
super. What's the proof?
100 proof. This is small batch is
Is
100 proof.
100 proof?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's really smooth. I mean, I think I'm more in shock that I'm not getting any of the spice that I was expecting it.
No.
That being high rye. And no age statement on this. Obviously, it's sourced. So I don't know what that age statement
I'd say
will
4 to
be.
6, just because of the light hue.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're using new charred oak barrels. But the oil, we always, you like to always analyze the legs on these.
I'm a legs guy.
He's a legs guy. But there is some, but definitely not what we're used to.
Yeah.
It is a very mild, it's a very meek, rye forward bourbon. And I say that because, as you mentioned, I was expecting some spice, some heat, and on the contrary, it was very smooth, very mellow. It is sweet. I do get a little bit of that finishing notes. I pick up maybe some dark fruits, but I don't definitely get the mint and the cloves and the black pepper.
Yeah.
But
No, I had enough. I'll go ahead and begin the B&A review. And for those that are new to our channel, we each week give a review, scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best and 1 being not so good.
not so good.
But in this
I did
case,
not buy.
and it's actually strange because last week we did an episode with the Bardstown Wheated Bourbon, and that was also a real wheat forward, and it produced a lot of spice, which was kind of shocking to me. This week we're doing a high rye, and I'm not getting any spice, which is strange. It's throwing me off for a loop. Having said that, based on the color and the MSRP being under $60, and trying something new from Las Vegas, I'll say this is a 7 for me, and I'll tell you why. So it's really smooth. On the nose, I'm getting a lot of it's going to be weird, but I get dust. It's dusty. I'm getting a dusty smell. Like if you just walk into an old library and you go check out some books and you haven't been bourbon.
When I looked
She gave
at
the
Chris's
bourbon-
face,
she gave the
said
bourbon
it
a
wasn't
9.
that good.
No, actually, it was
Oh,
good.
she
It's a
liked it.
wheated. It is actually very
She
good.
gave it like a 9, 9.5 or something.
It was 8.5.
8.5. You gave it a 9.
You were the one who didn't like it.
I didn't care for it. I gave it a 6.5 or 7.
6.5.
6.5.
Wow.
Right. So I think this is in contrary of what we've experienced on some of the other bourbons. There's a lot of flavors. There's a lot going on. I think this is the opposite. There's not very much going on,
Yeah.
as you're saying. Maybe we have the anticipation that, oh, it's going to be rye forward, so we're kind of pre-umping, pre-gaming for that. And then we try it, and there is not much going on. I'm going to follow with a 6, and I'm not going to repeat everything you've said because I do believe you're 100% on this. It's going to be a 6 for me. How about for you, ladies?
Yeah, I already had a 6 in mind. I like it to have lots of different flavors. It does one flavor really well, maybe 2 you can get per other, but there's not a lot going on. So yeah, a 6.
And I was going to say 7, just because it's a rye and I like ryes, so I didn't want to give it a low one.
Wow.
But I guess for a rye, that's probably pretty low for me. I wanted it to be a lot spicier with 36% or 39%. 36% rye.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be rye forward.
Yeah.
And like you said, the wheated we had last week was much spicier, which always surprises me because a lot of the wheateds are spicier. So I'll stick with a 7.
Okay. There you have it. If you've, like I said, had the opportunity and you disagree and you like it, yeah, let us know why. Everybody has their own unique palate, and it's not one of my favorites, but I'm happy to see any new company succeed, and
especially one from somewhere else,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, there you have it. Another review from Bourbon and Ash. Until next time, please drink responsibly.